One of the questions that I get asked a lot is, what is esports? Esports is learning to play not just to have fun, but to play to win. It takes video games, which so many students are already familiar with, and creates this whole new dimension where now it's not just a fun pastime anymore, and they get to represent their school and be a part of a team and meet tons of other people just like them who are also passionate about the same things they've been passionate about forever. It's amazing to see the way that it changes the students who take part in esports.
Esports has very much been a very welcoming experience.
First, I didn't really know anyone. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie. It made this experience really well.
It's a lot of fun. It lets me just connect with other people who have similar interests, play other games that we like playing. For example, Rivals, that's pretty big right now, and just
with esports, I've managed to meet a lot of new people, improve my gameplay with Super Smash Bros.
Esports has been pretty good, actually. I've never really done a class like this, but it's been fun. You play games, you chill out with your friends, so it's not bad. I like it.
lets me just have fun instead of being just all cooped up in a classroom sitting in a chair.
I've just managed to find another place where I can hang out, play games, or talk with other people, which I don't get to do that a lot at home.
The esports program allowed me to come in, be myself around people who are exactly like me and have the same interests as me. You become a community with your fellow gamers and your fellow team members. And people help you grow as a person, such as helping you understand that sometimes you make a lot of mistakes, and sometimes that there's mistakes that you can fix that they know how to fix.
You always find some sense of community in esports with how many different niches there are in it, because we have video games, we have old cartoons, we have anime, we have everything. We have artists, we have people who make jewelry. It definitely helped me find my sense of community, and it helped me find my personality and a whole bunch of my personal interests and let me explore them.
You really just show up and you have a good time. You don't have to worry about a bunch of other things. You just come here, hang out with your friends, and play some games. Now you're representing your school. I feel like you got to do really well.
This is a very inclusive and healthy environment to be in, and it's one of the better ones at this school that I've seen. Not everywhere is as inclusive to being very broad, with LGBT or just otherwise inclusivity. It's definitely one of the better places on the campus. I also find it to be a lot of fun, obviously, right? I'm playing video games. I've grown to have a very big love for this sport. Before it was just a hobby. The most I would do is if my friends wanted to take it seriously, then I would. But now I've become someone who wants to pursue a career. Beforehand, it never seemed possible, but through 3 years of being here, being coached, learning what I've learned, it's made me want to pursue going in that direction.
But being in esports has made me want to pursue computer science a lot more ever since we did our little segment on coding. Triangle calculator, make our own game, solve this problem. It made me realize I want to do more with that. I wish I knew that they had a comp sci class here. If they presented comp sci and esports more, I feel like it would do wonders.
Esports is important to the school because, I'm going to go back to before esports was here with my daughter. She had some problems in school, was pretty much disengaged, and was just going through the motions until she found her place. To see the kids that I would say were historically withdrawn, not engaged, did not have pride or identity in the school, and came to school and went away. But now with esports, they have a place, they have an identity, they have pride, and you can just see the difference. They have a reason to come to school and want to come to school.
The sports that I did were cross country and wrestling, so there's a dual aspect of that, which most sports don't have. There's an individual and a team aspect, right? In cross country and wrestling, you run your race, you wrestle your match. You put up points to your team, and you hope for the best. You have a role to play, but no one else to support you. Depending on the game you played, I played Madden, so I was solo. I had my teammates from Mario Kart, my teammates from Smash, my teammates from Rocket League supporting me in a game that maybe they didn't understand, and it was vice versa. It's one thing that esports does, I think, better than what sports do, because sports bring people together on a team with similar interests. Esports can bring people together on a team with diverse interests. They don't have to enjoy the same game in order to still have that same familial feeling towards their classmates and eventually teammates. I wish I had it too, because there was a part of me that I got to enjoy and not feel ashamed of. I'm looking around, it's a community. Everyone knows everyone, and that's always the best feeling you can ask for.
When people think of esports, they think, oh, kids are playing video games. Esports is very similar to traditional sports because students are required to have focus, to have plans, to react. So I'm a basketball player, I was a basketball coach. And some of the fundamentals that I taught my students, it didn't matter what position you played. You had to be ready to sub for a center, a guard, a forward. If I needed you, I needed you. I think the same for esports. Everyone needs to know tactical movements and how to play. I was able to go to a conference prior to this job, technology and how it's growing, and esports is one of the breakouts. And they talked about broadcasting. So being the actual person that's commentating for esports, leading the boards and setting up the matches, showing the different visuals in the matches. So I think it develops the whole child, just like a sport does. You have to use the same skills you do to strategize how to run a basketball play, how to get the ball to the hoop. So I think it just grows the whole student on thinking, fundamentals, teamwork, and especially critical thinking.
I coach over 20 years here at the high school for football. And so when I came over to esports, I tried to apply some of those concepts to it. And I really saw how similar the coaching styles took place. Meaning a lot of those same concepts that we do on the football field, it would be done here in the classroom with the kids or with their video games. I don't think a lot of people realize that you record the games, you then rewatch them, fine tune it, so that they then are ready to face their opponents. And not only that, know who their opponents are, know the weaknesses, know their strengths. All of these are the same things that are done in any traditional sport. Even though I didn't know the video games, I knew at least what they needed to focus on and how they needed to improve. Watching them come in here, it's really self-ran. I really love that about that. These kids know what they need to know, what they need to practice. They fine-tune themselves a lot of the time. They do take guidance, but I love how they work together. I love how everybody supports one another. So it is a true team here in the classroom, which I really enjoyed over the last couple of years working with these guys and girls. It's been great. I just know there's a culture here that there is a lot of respect and courtesy. I'm going to practice, but then when I'm done practicing, I'm going to go over and I'm going to watch my friend play over here on a game that I don't know about. I like to just watch all of that and see how they really run this program. They really do. And I love the fact that they include me, knowing Coach Chavez doesn't know a whole lot. They still respond to me when I come into the room, and it's a great atmosphere. I love the fact that there's a place here for these kids on campus, and I'm glad to hear that they are enjoying it.
So I'm an occupational therapy student, and I wanted to do my graduate project related to gaming just because I've been a gamer since I was young, but I've never been really mindful of how I perform can affect my health overall. I wish someone told me about what ergonomics is, because it can carry over from office work to also esports. So having this knowledge as a student, early on, can be very beneficial for them in the future because they'll carry these skills over to their career. I feel like it's going to be most likely that a lot of us will depend on technology in our career in any field. So I think it's very beneficial for esports players to learn more about what ergonomics is. During my time with the Highlander Esports team, I was able to complete some questionnaires and also do some observations. 85% of them were unaware of what ergonomics was. I found that my presentation was very beneficial, even though it was short term. At the end of my research project, over 87% of them now knew what ergonomics is. A lot of them also started implementing stretching breaks in between, which is very important in ergonomics. Like stretching breaks and rest breaks are very critical in maintaining your health because you're giving your body a break and you're also resetting your mind and brain so that you could game longer and also perform better. I want to enhance the legitimacy, keep the sustainability of esports as a high school sport. So I believe educating on health, preventative measures, and promoting health in esports can help fight the negative stigma of video games and esports by educating the public about its benefits. I also wish that during my time in high school that we had an esports team, because I would definitely join. Like, I really enjoyed getting to know each individual in the team, and they're so welcoming, excited about what they do, they're passionate. Everyone's so friendly, like it's just so easy to, get comfortable with everyone, and it's such a good community to be a part of. I wish I had that in high school.
I consider myself to be very fortunate to be able to lead a program like this. It's something that I wish I would have had when I was in high school, because I was always a big gamer and I had lots of friends who were. And really, although we had our community, we had each other, we never really felt that we had a place to call our own. We didn't have somewhere where we really felt directly involved. And I think that esports is that place for them. It is that place that people like me would have wanted when we were in school. The experience of being here is so powerful for these kids, and it really does give them a chance to have a reason to want to come to school and a reason just to feel welcome and alive and part of something bigger than themselves. And I think that involvement and that sense of something greater is extremely important for these students, and I'm really proud to be able to give that to them, because I love seeing how it changes them and how they blossom into these amazing kids. And I think that's the best thing about esports.